Hello, welcome to my channel. Before I do anything and get started, what I'm going to talk about, I must give praises to the greater beings and universe around me. Now, if you like what I say, comment, share, and like. I'm going to talk about slavery. And I'm going to talk about ships that some people said slave boats never came here. Well, they got proof of that. But some people talk and they just make up stuff as they go, random talking, and they don't even and they say things that don't have no proof. They just be guessing things. The first topic I want to talk about is slavery. I always wanted to ask a white supremacist, so-called white supremacist, why y'all so prejudiced against other ethnic people when your ancestors stole this country from my ancestors that indigenous of this land. Y'all came here and now y'all mad because other people in the country, well, European descent people, I don't hate everybody, but y'all the biggest fraud in the country. Everything that came in this country, y'all bought here illegal and stuff like that. That's why y'all got a nerve to hate other people when your ancestors are causing people in this country. Then you hate them. Did the same thing to indigenous person. You killed them and stuff like that, and wiped out a lot of tribes in New York and that and in Connecticut and stuff like that. And y'all got nerve to be prejudiced against somebody when y'all don't even belong in this country at all. Y'all, the reason y'all here, y'all ancestors made sure to give birth to y'all. Y'all the seeds are from evil doers. And y'all hating people. And I even spoke to a white supremacist in New York. He couldn't even answer me. I said, why you tell people to go back to your country? You descended from a foreign country too, all of you. Every so-called white person that's walking in America is descended from a European. And y'all ancestors made sure that y'all gonna have wealth and rule. And it's like I was watching something, and I want to thank Farrakhan and for giving me that story what he told about Gaddafi, because that's why I try to tell people they made him out to be a terrorist. This man wasn't nothing like that. The camera, the camera and news media destroyed him, and he did Malcolm, not Malcolm, but Farrakhan said he did so many great things in that country, like he raised billions of dollars for people. That's why he was taken out. And like I be hearing these YouTubers, these so-called journalists don't really do their research. They always saying oh, this is not Nazi Germany. Well, he did a lot of great things, and like they pretend to be journalists. The journalists destroyed his image because a camera is so a powerful weapon. I don't care what they say. They say, oh, it's just a guy with a camera. Yeah, but that camera can destroy people's lives like somebody shot you. That's what I said before. And something else I want to say, they do bought slaves here because in this town I was talking about, Georgia, they have a slave boat right there in that town, and the people that in that town, they all descended from that man, I guess. So y'all trying to say that these people are lying that they not related to that man? So he had to come from another country. That's why I don't like when people try to do something, and all these people claim to be indigenous people and stuff like that. I guarantee you, none of them even speak the language. The Indian that they call fake Indian that's on reservation, how can they speak their native tongue and the people that's walking around just talk and stuff like that? That's what burns me up. And when I saw that picture today, how those so-called European descent people, I call them. That's what my wife called them. My mother said the same thing when she was alive. She called them Euros. You never call them white because they not white. They're not the color of paper, and nobody's black. You're not the color of paper, black paper. That's what they want you to be. That's like I said before. Black, because I'm black and I'm proud. That's not what it means. Black means pale. It's like they saying you ain't got a color, and it's also the color of the absence of color. That's what it really means. And so When you be calling your bosses, like I said in my other video, when you call your boss, you call him an overseer. Like when they had slaves on plantations, reservations were the same thing. They both was plantations. That's why there's a reservation, plantations, same thing. Indian couldn't even go certain places unless he had express permission to travel. Same thing with a so-called Black American. He couldn't go nowhere without his slave master giving him express permission. They had to give him papers to go get there. That picture bothered me when they got that lady, cause the guy gave her permission to get a bar of soap, and this other white man, so-called white man, beat her for getting a cake of soap. And that's why I said before, the name of this topic is going to be why the European people tell people to go back to their country. And he's the biggest fraud here. And like I said before, like I'm the lawnmower and you're the grass. Cause that mean the grass was here too before people and stuff like that. I didn't like what I saw, and I don't like the way people operate today. It's like I was eating in a restaurant today. The volunteer was there, and it was an African American lady sitting there, getting ready to look at the menu. He picked it up and handed it to the white lady like she was nothing, because he do think you're nothing and stuff like that. He think Native American, indigenous people are nothing. I don't even call myself that no more. Like I know what I am. That means I'm the original people of this land. I don't say Indian because we're not Indian. We just indigenous natives of this land. And everybody keep trying to act like who was here, and that's what they got y'all believing. That's why people act like that because people got white mentality in them that they put in you centuries ago, hundreds of years ago. And they keep talking about old slavery was a couple hundred years ago. Slavery been going on since Jesus walked the earth and stuff like that. So what I'm trying to say, like the rapper said, public enemy number one, Flavor said, don't believe the hype. Because a lot of people is plants on these YouTube channels. Some of them, they getting paid to say bad things about other people. If y'all look into what Gaddafi really was about, they made him be a terrorist. That's why nobody didn't like him and stuff like that. You got terrorism going right on in this country. So how can you say about that? Because that was a terrorist act when they slaughtered Indians and children, shooting them with Gatling guns, bombing them and stuff. Most of all the Indians throughout Brooklyn, the Queens, the Manhattan got wiped out and stuff like that. Like I said before, that where the Statue of Liberty is at, they didn't get wiped out. They just moved them someplace else. There was a tribe, uh, indigenous people lived on that little island where Statue of Liberty is at, called Lenape Indians. All the other boroughs is Dutch. Even Brooklyn is Dutch. If you word Coney Island, if you say look it up and Google say how you say Coney Island in Dutch, it'll tell you. I got it, but I can't remember it right now. If you look on my channel, I talk about stuff like that. I talk about six prison that was undercover black. You can look them up too in the 1800s and 1700s and stuff like that. Everything I say, I try to give you out the truth. I'm not accurate on everything, but I know enough to put my truth out there. Because if you don't know what you're talking about, people will challenge you and they say you ain't telling the truth. Just like I told a girl at one time, trees is very important. Big trees you see walking, standing around here. At one time, trees used to talk. They used to talk to indigenous people. You see when that flood came, and if you see the movie, you see the trees actually walking and talking. I know it's a movie, but it's the truth. You see the trees walking and talking with Noah and stuff like that, and they tell them to get your family and flee. There's going to be a flood coming, and nobody believed them. So that's the truth. Because I actually seen a tree in front of the city hall. It was raining, and one of the leaves opened up and turned into a mouth and was drinking the water. because it's alive. And we call trees tree people. Indigenous people call them tree people. Fish we call nose people, and the dog we call them four-legged brothers, and the bird we call them the winged one. Because fishes sometimes they do look like a nose. We call fish in the sea we call them nose people because they give everybody a purpose for being here on this planet. And something else I want to show y'all. I'll be right back. Like this tomahawk. See this tomahawk? Every color on here represents something. This is my wife tomahawk. Tomahawks was never made for killing invaders. This was used for chopping wood and gathering, bushes for what the indigenous people were going to do. But when Europeans came here and started killing, they used it for weapons. Everything on here, like the sun, Indians not worshiping the sun. They pray to the sun because the sun make things grow. And then the cardinal, that's a bird. Red represents the Indian blood that was spilled. The blue in here represents the sky. Green represents land and stuff like that. And the orange also represents sky. And other indigenous people, it might represent something else. So I'm just giving y'all a little history about that. Why the European descent people hate African American. They certainly hate natives a lot and stuff like that. And they got a lot of nerve. When you see a prejudiced European, but he ain't got no business being prejudiced, but he is. That's his DNA. Because your ancestors came here and made sure their ancestors were gonna carry on their legacy. That's why they got so much today. Because they stole from indigenous people. Indigenous people had gold here, and they found other stuff on reservation, and they made a movie about it. What was the name of that movie I saw? And they were talking about when they found uranium on the natives' land, they wanted to move them off there so they can, get that. It's worth a lot of money because it's uranium and stuff like that. So that's what I wanted to say. And now I forgot something. The time now, 7:54 p.m. Let me see. Tuesday. But tomorrow is, yep. Oh, the day is Wednesday. Yep, April the 17th. Wednesday, 7:54 p.m. So I'm just trying to, share some light. You can't believe everything what people say. 'Cause some people make a lot of money, but telling things is not true. They help cast spells all over the YouTube channel. And like my fiance said, she said when you keep saying something, it would happen. Cause them spells, like I said before in my other video, children, congratulations, you made the third grade. We're gonna teach you to spell. They teaching you to cast spells. Listen to the first word, spell. You can look all this stuff up. I'm telling the truth. My mother told me that when I was a little boy. And I'm gonna be 66 in a couple more months. I've been knowing this stuff, and like I was telling people about the store, McCoy's and Wolfworth. I was a little boy in the 60s. I think I was about 7 years old. You could go in that store. Wolfworth was a big department store back in the 60s. I think it came out in the 1800s. Then they had McCory's, and I think they owned by the same people. And you can go in there, but if you was like so-called Black American or an indigenous person, or you had to stand up. They had a sign in there. I remember I was a little boy. It said, "If you're a Negro, you had to stand up and give your seat to a white Christian person." Yeah, you can go in there, but you couldn't sit down amongst European descent people. And I said, y'all gotta learn the nerve being president. Immigration was started by Europeans. They keep track of everybody else. They want everybody to hate one another, so that make them stay on top. While you hating some each other and shooting and killing one another, he's out there having press meetings in a conference, private. When they say we having a private meeting, they be in there discussing how to make money while y'all out there fighting and shooting and killing. They probably look at these stupid ass niggas and stuff like that. I don't like using that word, and the other word, black people shouldn't even be using that word because it don't mean what you say. You supposed to know your history and know your theirs. Because I bet you a lot of y'all don't even know that African American woman, the one that created the broom that you sweep, when they still got straw brooms to this day. When her master told her they don't teach that in history in the history books or like black history. That mean they dictating who y'all. Y'all wait once a year to learn your history. You supposed to know your history every day. Don't let nobody dictate to you what they think you should believe. It's like the Thanksgiving turkey. That's not even an original goddamn bird. The original bird was a pheasant. They changed it to a turkey because a turkey is cheap, more cheaper. A pheasant is an expensive bird. Rich people, whether you black or so-called white person, they have those for their for dinners because they got money. So they want nothing but the best. They don't want no cheap turkey. Those rich people, this he's not one of those rich people that don't care what he how what he eat. The original bird for Thanksgiving was a pheasant. He looked like a turkey, but he's smaller. That's his cousin. He's related to him. So that one bird, I heard that one bird would cost you about $500. He's an exotic bird, and so they gotta have nothing but the best. It's like a person, he won't buy a bottle of champagne that's $25. He gonna want a more expensive one. They probably got some for like $500 for a bottle of champagne. Like some rappers, I think some of them stupid too. You wanna show about, oh, I got money like that, and starving people out there hungry, children laying up with no food. Y'all gonna bust a whole bottle of champagne that each bottle is worth $500, and you got like maybe like 300 or 400 bottles in there. So that's a lot of money, but that you can't tell a fool number they're not used to know. I never had a lot of money, and I'm used to money. When I got a lot of money, it didn't bother me. But some people that never had money, they go buy a ridiculous thing that they know they don't even want. They just buying it because it's there and they got the money. But when they get broke, they be, and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, back what I was saying, stuff like that. Why do Euros hate people so much? I know that's probably what you was brought up in. You was brought up in prejudice. Your ancestors to this day taught y'all not to like other people, but y'all don't belong here either. I'm just saying, I don't hate anybody. Y'all don't belong here either. And like I told a girl, she said, "Wow, Florida was named Florida. Who you think named it that? Spaniards, because Florida means flowers in Spanish and stuff like that." And I give those indigenous people, my brothers, respect. The only natives in America, so-called America, never got defeated. That's the Seminole, the Seminole Indian. He defeated every army, came in. The real Seminoles, well, you got fake bootleg ones too, pretend to be Seminole. The real Seminoles, they live off the grid. They ain't got nothing to do with no casinos or nothing or anything like that. Those are the real natives. They don't want no money or nothing. They just want to be left alone in harmony. Because I remember they showed them on the news, on the Eyewitness News years ago. I saw that documentary. And the Seminoles, they live in straw huts to this day. They come into town, but they don't buy, so they make their own clothes to this day. They live off the grid. I mean, they ain't got no do with our governor, Social Security. They don't get no help from nobody. They hunt their food the same way, and they teach their children how to survive and all that good stuff. But schools teaching y'all spells, and so that's why I tell people, because I didn't ever look at it like that. It's like COVID is a man-made germ, but virus. If you keep repeating something like, "Nigga, this man was murdered today," you keep repeating something, you casting a spell. Like you said, "I wish this person to die," even though you may not mean it, but you casting a spell right there that come out your mouth. You marking the creator anyway. So that's why I want to know why Europeans can tell people to go back there. I hear Ku Klux Klan when they talk, this land, go back to your own country. Well, you come from the Caucasus Mountains, go back to where you come from, cave dweller. I don't mean to be mean, but I have to speak my truth. So if you like what I'm saying, comment and share. And to my Latino brothers, adios, bios, con Dios. To my native brothers, Donada Wado. And so to everybody else that hope you like what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not a great talker. Like some people talk so much, they get so good at it. They sound just like they've been doing it for years. But I guess as the time go by, I get better because I've been at this a year, and I'm proud of. I mean, it's not a lot, but I'm proud. I'm not a money grubbing, greedy person. I'm proud that I got 102 subscribers and stuff like that. I like to try to put the truth in people's minds stuff like that. It's like a lot of people don't know. They don't teach you that. It's a black man on the back of a $2 bill. He's a slave. And one of the men that wrote the Declaration of Independence was also black. All of them was in European descent people. Like some people know Beethoven was a well, I don't like to say that word, a so-called black man and stuff like that. They don't teach you a lot of stuff, but um, like a black man, I give them credit. Black people like that, but black people that is not good, I don't go around them. You can't. I don't hate nobody. I talk about good and so-called black people that deserve to get what they got either during slavery. It's like my people they deserve what they got, but even though some Indians surrendered, they was gonna take the country. And that's what they were planning. They didn't give a damn if he just surrender or not. And Geronimo, even though he surrendered, they were gonna take the land without him. I heard some of his people on television say, "What did Geronimo do for his people that's got them killed?" He didn't do anything that they were going. He was fighting back, and I'm proud. I respect that man. I wish I could have met him, because they was going to take the land, even if he hadn't fought back. Just like I told the girl, you go in anybody's country and fight them, they fighting your ass back. But you coming to conquer them, you could come with your own religion, your own flag. To me, all flags in different countries they gang colors and stuff like that. So that's all I got to say for now. I just want to know why Euros is so prejudiced, European descent people, and when they don't belong here. That's why you got your nerve. And like people keep trying to say, "Oh, you're not in indigenous person. You too dark." And I said, "Y'all go by color." They had Indians dark as black as shoes. He's still an indigenous person, and they got thousands, and thousands of native tongues that indigenous people speak. I bet y'all, some of y'all ignorant ass people don't even know that indigenous people. Jim Thorpe is the one that invented NFL football. He ran track. He did silent movies. He played baseball. And he jumped the hurdles. He did a lot of great things, but the white guy took the credit for it. And the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers, they two the oldest football team. Where the Giants came out around 1910. Look how old they is. They're 100 some years old. But that's for here another time. So everybody have a good night and take care. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you for listening. Goodbye for now.